much, Alan. The interesting thing was that this was supposedly a minimalist space, but it's the most heavily detailed minimalist space you could imagine. There were like stainless steel trims on everything and shadow gaps between panels which made hanging pictures almost impossible. So it was basically an architect's fantasy that had no bearing on the practical function of this space as a gallery. So what we've tried to do is make it more fit for purpose, and I've collaborated with Schimmer, who is an exhibitions designer but also a maker, and she and her husband Richard have made these fantastic wooden panels, a little bit like the divisions that you get in loose boxes in a stable. She liked the idea of them not being too weighty and substantial. So, and I think that's worked out really, really nicely. And also it was her idea to take, you know, a joint on a piece of folk art furniture and use that to make the joints on these. I'll just get a little,
that's okay.
I'm just going to get a little, that light, we can put some light on that picture.
Having the oak in here softened it in a way that previously it was very kind of minimalist white box or something.
Yeah, and didn't look like themed. We wanted it to be still really architectural and true to the materials, and the whole idea was to allow enough space around the pictures so that they could speak out really, and you could make visual connections because you read them as a kind of mass before. And so the idea is that you can hopefully now see individual pictures. So for example, in that, the fat kettle and the fat man next to each other, it's just playing a visual game. That's working in abstract terms as well, in sort of pictorial, visual terms, the sort of blackness of the composition and the sort of simplicity.
And in all these paintings as well, it's things people can relate to.
Yeah.
It's animals and children, and you know, and some of them are really hideous, and so you can go ugh.
Yeah.
But you don't have to take an intellectual take on it. They're just recognisable.
Yeah.
And that's great.
And yet the interesting thing is that it was put together by a very major dealer in British modernist painting.
Yes.
And the fact that he could appreciate both things for me is very, very telling and important because the work is very powerful in its directness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, I better go downstairs because I've left Richard putting a shelf up.